Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Welcome back to some Factorio Space Age, and we are doing something extremely special today. So I'm sitting here on Aquilo at the moment, and we just built a new little build over here to make railguns. And they take 100 quantum processors each, which is insane. And what's especially insane is how many of the railguns I am actually using at the moment. So, let me just go back to Nalvis. I don't think I've actually done much. Messed around a little bit with the quality. I got the iron and copper both set up. I got an iron train bringing in quality ore. Yeah. Messed around a little bit with this stuff, but not too much. And I think we talked about the hands. The hands are going pretty good. We've actually stalled because we've made too many of them, but yeah, they're going pretty good. And I've got a little belt over, where is it? Over here, sending them over to the main base. And the only other thing is I added an overflow for the rares. So when it gets too much rare ore, it actually sends that off to be recycled. Epic and Legendary is the only ore that always gets sent to the train. At some point it may back up on Epic, but to be honest, if it backs up on Epic and the whole thing stalls, then I really am not concerned about that at the moment. So, what we are talking about today is the edge of the solar system. The going out, we are at Aquilo, we will be heading out to the solar system edge and beyond in this episode. And to do that, we are going to be using our brand new ship. So if we have a look at these, you can see if you hover over that each of these is 2,179 tons. So it's a pretty decently sized ship. It's a pretty big ship. We have created a new one called DSM, Deep Space Mother. It is 12,000 tons. It is not 2,000 tons, it is 12,000 tons. So it is a very big ship. It is a huge ship. And we are going to go fly up to it now. And we're going to do a bit of a tour of it. And then we're going to take it for a spin out to the edge of the solar system. I had to fly it over to Aquilo because basically, yeah. You can only really make railguns on Aquilo because railguns require fluoroketone and quantum processors and all this wacky. I could have done it on Nalvis technically, but then I would have had to ship quantum processors over and heat up the fluoroketone in weird ways and stuff. It was easy just to make it on Aquilo. So yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and travel to Deep Space Mother number 1. And we will see the ship in all its glory. So basically when it comes to this ship is basically I took all of the lessons that I learned from my assault cruiser ship and I just made them bigger. I just made everything bigger and more intense and more awesome. Of course we've got railguns on this ship. That's pretty much the only really new feature. Obviously with power, we're not using solar panels. We are using a fusion reactor. And this guy actually has a really big fusion reactor. We've got a full 1.20 gigawatt plant right in the middle of this ship. And I'm actually going to zoom out and give you a full look at how big this ship is. So, yeah. If we look at this, relatively small, and that's the hub, that little square there. And if we look at DSM-1, that little square is the hub. So, this is absolutely a thing of beauty. This is an incredibly large, incredibly complicated, incredibly awesome ship. Now you will notice a lot of blank space down the bottom. We are not actually doing any science on it at the moment. All of this stuff is just for asteroid processing and ammo production. We are not doing any science. I've left all this space for processing the science. So we've got basically our hub, and we've got a whole bunch of cargo space. I'm using very little of it at the moment. We've got a nice little belt setup that goes up to our fusion reactor, and we've got some solar panels scattered around simply because you need to kickstart this a little bit. So you need some solar to kickstart these inserters so they actually start working. Let's start off at the very top of the ship. So I've sort of put it into segments. So we've got these little squares, I guess you could say. It's got some rocket turrets kind of in the back. It's got some gun turrets with red ammo. And it's got a couple of railguns. So this one goes straight out front. This one goes a bit off to the side. And these blocks right at the top of the ship have some extra railguns, 2 of them right in the middle. And they're currently set to ignore everything except huge. So you've got, if we have a look here, the small and the medium get taken care of by the gun turrets. The big ones get taken care of by the rocket turrets. And the huge ones get taken care of by the railguns. I'm assuming that's what you're supposed to do. As I said, I haven't flown out to the edge of the solar system yet, so I don't know. We've got a whole bunch of ammo belts coming in here, and we've got our legendary asteroid collector at the front, doing a fantastic job, and we might actually see it in action. Maybe. It's got a very big collection range though, so there we go. Whole bunch of arms come out, grab that stuff, send it down the belt, and off it goes. So this is actually 2 symmetrical halves. So each half is 100% symmetrical and also 100% independent. So the ammo on the right hand side is made on the right hand side and vice versa, and they don't actually join at any point. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these blocks, and you'll notice this railgun has actually been moved forward a spot. And the reason I did that is because if I move it back a spot, it actually hits this guy. One of the things I didn't realize about the railgun is that it damages things. I used to have it up the back here, and then I put it down and I realized, oh, all of those things are highlighted red. What does that mean? I don't know what it means because I've never seen them fire, but I'm guessing it means that it's going to blow up my own stuff. So I'm not going to test that. But anyway, I had to move this forward because otherwise it was actually hitting the railgun turret in front. But most of them are fine. And when you go over to the right hand side, I had to put an extra railgun here, so you just covers. There's kind of a blank space here, but I think between this one and this one, it should just be enough to cover it. Then we go down the right hand side of the ship and we've got more collectors, more railguns, more rocket turrets, more. Not as much as on the front of the ship. It's fairly light, but then again, this ship is, when it goes out to the shattered planet, I think it's going to be basically in movement for the entire time. It's not going to stop out there, so we don't need as many things off to the side. And that goes all the way down to the back of the ship. Now, in each of the back sections, we got exactly the same component. One chemical plant for each of these, prod modules and beacons with speed modules. As you can see, when it's prodded up and beaconed, this one produces 692 fuel per second. It produces an incredible amount with this advanced recipe and with all the speed and prod modules. And each of these engines requires 120 per second of each fuel. So 600 total for 5 of them. This one does its job, this one does its job. I got way too much storage here. The only reason I got this much storage is in case these guys start running out in the middle of a long flight, so we got a nice buffer. I wouldn't mind putting some water buffer here as well, buffering a little bit of water in some storage tanks, but for now I think it's okay. I'd rather buffer the actual fuel than the water. Even though, yeah, it only needs 100 fuel to 1.5k oxidizer, so buffering water, arguably a pretty good idea. Haven't done that, so that's one change I might make. And as we can actually see, if we go all the way to the front, all of these guys have an asteroid belt that's snaking back and sort of joining over and going down here. And then when it gets to this point, we split it out into the 4 different asteroid types, including Prometheum for the first time. And then we just send it down this line all the way to the south of the ship, and we just join in from these guys. Every time we get a new asteroid collector, we just join them and then sort of sort them and merge them and all that sort of stuff. And then we get all the way down to the bottom and then send it back up. Prometheum gets sent over here. So this is going to be going off to the science build, wherever I finally build it. Prometheum, and then the other 3 go up here. So first of all, we've got our recyclers. So basically the ice tries to go further up the belt. If it can't go further up the belt, it goes over here to be recycled. And of course we've got carbon and metal doing the same thing. After they've been recycled, they go down to this fancy little sorter, which just basically, excuse me, shoves them back on the belt. If they can't be shoved back on the belt because the belt's too full, they all end up going down here and getting thrown off into space. So I have seen that once. And the only reason I did that, the only reason is because I didn't want these belts to back up. Because if they back up, potentially they're going to stop promethium from passing through the system. And I want promethium to always be passing through the system as much as possible, even if we don't need any of the other asteroids. So I'd rather throw away the other asteroids than hold up promethium. So after we recycle them, we got two different crushing sections. One for the old water recipe that just provides ice, and one for the ice and calcite. It always prefers to go to the calcite one. If that backs up, then it goes to the water one. And I got the same for the carbon and sulfur, and for the metal and copper. And then they go on to this little bus over here, this little mini bus in the middle, and they get sent every which way. And we've got some of these as well, these little thingamybobs that check whether these belts are full. We got these for the calcite and the sulfur and the copper. Now, some of these belts go down to the rocket thruster setups down the bottom, and some of these go over into the middle. So basically, we've got a nice, healthy steel setup over here, a nice, healthy iron setup, each of them doing 2 belts. Obviously, this can't do 2 full belts, but it's good enough for what we need. Copper wire and copper plate. We make the copper wire separately because the railgun ammo needs copper cable, and this ammo needs copper plate. So we might as well just make the copper cable right here. And then we've got our little explosive setup. So we make the water on site. And then we send the sulfur and the carbon in here. Make the explosives using this recipe, which we've all seen before, a little bit of water. And then we send out on this big belt another bus. Make the ammo right here, send it off, make the rockets right here. Still using the yellow rockets because they're still awesome. And then the railgun ammo, which takes copper wire, steel, and explosives. And we just make a ton of it. And I've tried to keep some, a little bit of a cache for the railgun ammo. So you'll notice it sort of branches all over the place. When it goes down here on the side of the ship, what I actually do is I fork it off and give it 2 belts so that even if, yeah, it's fully backed up now, but if it starts to run out, then I want this one to always have at least like 8 or 10 that it can keep grabbing if it needs to. Haven't done that for the rockets or the turrets, but I'm not as worried about those guys. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And the left side is identical to the right side. Absolutely identical. The only difference is here because I couldn't reverse the thruster setup. So this one has iron on the right. This one has iron on the right. For some reason, you can't reverse the thrusters. It just won't let you. Cannot flip. Which I suppose makes sense, because if you could flip these, then suddenly it would be extremely easy to just hook this up. You just flip every second one, and you smush them all together, and work perfectly. They would just work absolutely perfectly, and you wouldn't need this complicated pipe mess to get them all fueled. So anyway, that's pretty much the entire setup. And as you can see, it is huge. It is massive. It's still got some space left, but my God, when you look at it in map view, it is awesome. Now, some of you may have noticed that this is actually a little bit squat. So this one is further down than it should be. So if we actually paste some of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think they're 25s. Yeah, so each block is a 25 by 25, basically. Now, if I paste that here, you can see it's like less. It's like 21 this side. You cannot physically place any more terrain, any more landfill up north. I think we've reached some sort of limit of the actual ship designer. So you cannot build... I thought maybe you could build infinite platforms. Apparently, I could still keep building down here. I don't know how far, because of course it stops you working unless you go further down. But at the top, we have actually hit a limit, which I was not expecting us to actually hit a limit. Oh, that's a big X. We're just seeing big ones, but we will see huge ones when we go out soon. So basically, I am in this ship. We are fully powered. We are fully ready to go. We are fully ammoed. We have not hooked up any of the science. So this ship is not going to produce any science. We don't have any quantum processors or biter eggs in the cargo hold. So this is solely an exploratory excursion to the edge of the solar system. And if we had a look before, we've noticed this is 100,000 Ks compared to this, which is only 30,000. And then this is just, you go as long as you want to. For example, if we look at the schedule, when we add Shattered Planet, it's not in a wait condition for how long you waited there. It's a fly condition. So we just will fly. We'll keep flying until all requests are satisfied. Or, for example, what I would probably do is I'd say keep flying until quantum processors equals 0 and biter eggs equals 0 or something like that. Actually, you probably do an OR. You do an OR for that. Now, having said that, there is some interesting calculations, because here's the thing. You're going to collect promethium like crazy, but you don't need to process it all the way. You can start going home. And then for this, assuming that you're not collecting any promethium on this trip, only on this trip, then you can still keep building science on this trip, and on this trip, and on this trip. Which does beg the question of how do you actually cache the promethium? Which I may do like a belt zigzag, like boom, 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 to sort of cache out the promethium, and then you send it into the middle. That may be a thing I do. In that case, you probably wouldn't need to go far past the solar system. You just need to keep going until the promethium is fully backed up. Like this one's got it, and this bit at the other side has got it all the way back like 200 belts prior. So I'll have to experiment with that and how much, because potentially, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know, but we'll see how we go. Let's actually go ahead. We're just going to say until... no, that's a cargo. I was looking for the circuit condition, but it's for cargo. All right, so we're going to do Z is greater than 0. And we can't unload on the Shattered Planet anyway. So here's the thing, all right? So there's an achievement for traveling 60,000 kilometers towards the Shattered Planet. I would not mind actually getting that today. In a 10,000, a 30,000, and a 60,000. I've never been out beyond the edge. I never even left Aquilo. So 60,000? Let's have a look. Let's tag those. And I guess we'll see how we go. But, well, I forgot that command to hide the UI. Let me find that command to hide the UI, because that was really freaking awesome last time I did that. Control Shift F4. Okay, so this will be awesome to watch the asteroids come at us. But yeah, all right. So, save, please. Save that. And then we are going to go out to the Shattered Planet. So we've got 100,000 Ks to go. I expect that we'll start seeing some huge asteroids. Oh, by the way, when this ship, when it's fully fueled, it can still do about 200 kilometers per second, which is the same as the assault cruiser. I don't think it can do that much more than that, but it does have the insane amount of thrust. Look at all that thrust. That's incredible. I did... The last time I remember flying it, only got up to 150, but then again, half the thrusters were out of fuel. So hopefully... I don't know, maybe it can't get to 200, I'm not sure. But we'll see. It's still ticking up, but it's ticking up very slowly. Oh, here we go. Is a huge one. It's got 5,000 health. One shot killed it. 5,000. How much do these guys do? 42. Okay, they do 42,000. Okay, that's 2,000 over... I'm trying to see if my rockets could potentially do... Okay, so they're 3,000 over 10%. Okay, explosive, 99%. The big ones are only 10%, but the huge ones are 99% explosive resistance. Okay, so we got no choice. The railguns need to be doing the huge ones because it's only physical and only railguns. The railguns are the only things that could be doing it. So, ammo is still going good. Ammo is... Maybe I should have alerts on this to say if the ammo is running low. That's not a bad idea. But yeah. It's awesome. It's so awesome. Look at all these asteroids coming in. Look at them all getting blown up. That is an absolute thing of beauty. Oh, God, I love this game. Now, one thing I didn't mention, actually, I have no real defenses on the back. But I've noticed, even when you stay at planets, the asteroids either come in from the front, or they come in from the front and then sort of go a bit diagonally and hit the side of your ship. You never really get big asteroids that sort of come in from behind. Okay, so it looks like we tapped out at 172 kilometers. These guys are good. It uses a surprisingly little amount. Like this one uses 0.35 calcite per second. This one uses 0.7 calcite per second. So it uses very little of this stuff. And it keeps these guys 100% fueled. Although that says 22. I assume that's stabilizing. If that's going down, I'm in trouble. If that's actually slowly ticking down, I'm in trouble. But I think it's... According to this... Yeah. See, look at this. It's actually stopping because there's too much fluid. See, it's stopping? So, yeah, it's definitely got enough. I don't know why it's stopping at 22k instead of 25k, but... Yeah, okay, 172 kilometers per second. So it ain't a very fast ship. It's... Well, I mean, like I said, the assault cruiser did 200. This one does 172. Considering that this is 6 times the weight, I think it's pretty sweet. Yeah. I think it's overbuilt like hell, but it's doing a good job. Ammo is solid, rockets are solid, ammo is solid. We're not even coming close to running out of ammo, and I'm guessing these guys are like, we're recycling like crazy because we got so many asteroids. So this guy we should never have a problem of running out of ammo in this thing, I believe. I don't know how the Shattered Planet is going to go, but it should be good. Unless something comes out of the Shattered Planet that we can't handle, then it should be fine. But yeah, look at this. Look at this awesomeness. Control Shift F4. Don't hit F4 incorrectly because then the game shuts down. Oh, bloody oath. Is that not awesome or is that not awesome? And I mean, look, the ship is just a thing. I'm so paranoid it's going to run out of ammo, but it's not. I mean, we had a look just 5 seconds ago at all of the processors. They are all fully backed up, okay? We've got enough assemblers to keep us going. What was that? What just happened? The game just stalled for a second. I think that's just lag, maybe. Hopefully it didn't cut out on the video or anything. Yeah. Still just, yeah, some huge asteroids. The railguns don't actually look like too much if we look at them. I mean, it turns. Nah, doesn't do anything. I think the other railgun got it, but let's see it actually shoot. I see one of these guys actually shoot. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's a railgun. It sounds good, but it's just like, dung, and that's it. And then the asteroid just explodes. Dung, and that's it. So, yeah. It's not like a massive, like, plasma flare or something that just explodes out and lights up the entire sky. It's just this little dung, and then suddenly the asteroid is just no more. It's just like, where'd the asteroid go? It just split up into a bunch of big ones. Oh yeah, I think those are big ones because the rocket takes them out. It is interesting though, because here's the thing that's worrying me, right? This guy has 5,000 health, and 3,000 resistance, which means that even without any research into railgun ammo, damage or speed, I would be able to one-shot these guys no problem. Which tells me that the really big reason to research the railgun ammo is going to be at the Shattered Planet. And I left all of my railgun research going all day. It is up to level 8. So we've done level 8 on the speed, level 8 on the damage, which is why these guys are doing 10k plus 32k. And the speed is 0.5 plus 0.36 per second. Which I would expect it to be a lot higher than that. I would expect it to be a lot higher. Like at least 1 per second. Shooting speed plus 160. I think I got... Oh, I think level 5 was 100%. It's only... Okay. Yeah, I got confused for a sec. No. Well, we're getting there. We're 2/3 of the way to the edge of the solar system. So far, we have not run into any serious problems. Let's double check. These are still running full speed. These are still backed up. As soon as you start flying and you've got actual asteroids being blown up, you're almost instantly back up, especially on this ship. And then we just recycle and recycle. And we can see a few of the asteroids actually being chucked away because they're overloading a little bit. They can't quite get back on the belt. Which is fine. So everything is backed up. Everything is beautiful. None of these belts are running out. Explosives is probably the only thing I'd be a little bit worried about. But as long as they got water and sulfur and carbon, they seem to be okay. Ammo is looking a little bit off. But that's only one half of the belt. The other half of the belt is fine, so that's not an issue. Rockets, only one half of the belt. This one is barely being used at all. I have a feeling that once we get to the Shattered Planet, we're going to start using the railgun a lot more. The only question I have is, do I need to change the filters? Because right now the railgun is for huge asteroids only. It doesn't do big, it doesn't do any other type, so railgun for huge asteroids, rocket turret for big ones, and then the machine gun for medium and small. If that setup stays the same for the Shattered Planet, then I am going to be sweet. Then I'm going to be fine. Okay, I feel like the number of asteroids we're seeing is really starting to heat up. The ammo's still good. This one, yeah. This is starting to freak out a little bit. I could add some speed modules to this. The copper is kind of okay. We're using almost a full belt of copper. Which is fine. These machines are handling it. I think these guys can actually handle 2 full belts. They're speed moduled. Let's actually check out the power. Currently, we've got 1.2 gigawatts, so we're using about 900. So we're actually getting close to using too much. I do still have, like, a lot of these machines I can put efficiency modules in, but if we have a look at the power usage, most of it, a good chunk of it is the furnaces, the beacons, the crushers. So yeah, a lot of these recycling crushers I can put efficiency modules in. I could probably get rid of some of these prod modules because we're backed up so much it's not even funny. So I could change those over to efficiency. So there is room for improvement in the energy department. Having said that, they're right out on the edge of the solar system. And we're just about to hit over. Everything's running pretty much at full go. I don't think we're going to run too much hotter. Do these guys require energy? I'm not sure if they actually do. Let's have a look. 10 megawatts. Okay, so it's probably a bit of spike. All right. All right, we're 2,500 kilometers. We need to get to 60 to get that achievement. I reckon we just go for it right now. Where's my promethium? Give me some promethium, please. I'm assuming you just get promethium from different places out here. We're already at 6,000. No promethium yet. We're definitely heading out towards the shattered planet. I was hoping we'd start to get promethium straight away. Oh, here we go. That's a promethium asteroid right there. Oh, I need to look at this. I need to examine it. 10,000? So it's a route. So okay. So it's more health. 5,000. That one's 10,000. But then again, our railguns are up to 42k. So we're not in trouble at the moment. We're still just going. All right. See, I think 60. I think this ship is more than capable of doing 60,000, unless these guys start getting really heavy, really big. They're still getting one shot. It doesn't feel that bad. Have a look at this. 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 10,000. I don't think they're getting... They're probably getting a lot more of them. Like, we're probably seeing an insane amount of these asteroids. Okay. Yeah, on the sides we're not in trouble. It's just at the front. But we're still fine. I mean, ammo, looking a little bit... That's starting to run out a little bit on both sides, but now both assemblers are actually running. So hopefully now that both assemblers are running, we should be keeping up. That's the only thing that's looking a little bit shaky at the moment. Alright, so we got the 10,000 achievement. That's not an issue. Our rocket turrets are doing a great job. Our railguns are doing a great job. The ammo guys are doing a pretty good job. We're starting to look a little bit shaky on the turrets, on the ammo supply. Yeah. They're still doing okay. By the way, I gotta love this little steel setup. It takes the steel off the belt and then it puts the ammo back on the same belt. That's... Oh! Okay. That's a lot of stuff. We have... They're not getting any bigger? 10,000? But there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I don't understand why you would even research railgun damage. I mean, you want to be able to one-shot a promethium asteroid, and you need a little bit of research to do that, but after that, I don't even know why I tried to do that much research. Okay, still solid. One half of the belt is still backed up, pretty much. The other half, as long as one side is backed up, you're fine. And then over on the other side, yeah, I mean, it's good. We're all good. They're getting more asteroids, but our ammo supply is holding up. We're just about to get to the point where both sides are running out. Okay, that's a little bit scary. That's a little bit scary. We're starting to drain our ammo, our red ammo belts. That is not a good thing. That's definitely not a good thing. Yeah. How's our promethium doing? Jesus Christ. Is that all we got? This entire trip, that's all we got? That's terrible. Okay. Oh. Okay. We're starting to have issues here. We are definitely starting to have issues. Okay. We're mostly still okay, but we're starting to... This bit is clearly full. We didn't actually run out of ammo, but... Yeah. Okay. That's not good. That's probably not good. Okay. We're not going to make it to... Okay. Can we get back? I think we pushed it too far. Okay, let's go back to Aquilo. Okay, we are in trouble here. We are definitely in trouble. I think we That's a huge asteroid. That's just going straight through. That's not stopping. That is not stopping. Okay, you know what? Our first try on an untested ship, we got 50,000 kilometers. And that just wiped out our entire belt. So, yeah, okay. Let's go ahead, load the game out. I gotta say, I am so impressed that we got that far. So yeah, this bit fell out. Look at this. Alright, so this is obviously, this corner here is very light when it comes to the turrets. So I probably want to improve that a little. At the very least, I want to... I'm not sure if this turret is getting enough ammo. Because we weren't running out of ammo. The turret coverage wasn't good enough on this corner. I'm not exactly sure how to fix that. Because we've kind of made our bed with the... Move this railgun further over because it hits this side. So the railgun has to stay there. And we need a corner and a straight railgun. Oh, by the way, let me just show off this beautiful steel setup right here. So we get 2 steel. We use this sideways underground to split it off into half and then put it here. And then we do the same thing for the other one to put it there. That's just gold. That's just pure gold. And the beautiful thing is you just put them into a splitter and take one side and boom, full belt. No worries at all. So I did start to see copper falling over a little bit. I am thinking... Okay, we're at Aquila, so we can't actually put any modules on these guys. But we didn't run out of ammo last time. We just had this turret falling over. So what I would like to do is... I kind of want to add another turret here. But then there's no way that we can... Okay, here's a really cool idea. Here's a really cool idea. You can go from one turret to another. Alright? Now what we do is we do this. So we take this out. Okay. Yeah, that works. And that is awesome. So that gives us a little bit more turret coverage at the corner. I don't think we can squeeze one in anywhere else. We could do this. And then we put a turret here. And then we do this. That's janky as all hell. Let's be honest, that's extremely janky. But I think for the front 2 blocks, I think we'll do that. For the side block, I'm not as worried. But these front blocks, they take a huge beating. So, okay. Now, normally, I might do something like just delete a whole section and then repaste it. But in this case, I'm not going to because... Please tell me I have enough turrets. Because I'm not over Nalvis at the moment, so I can't get more stuff if I need it. Where did we squeeze the other turret? I mean, I can send some miscellaneous stuff up. But yeah. It's just a small change, giving us a little bit more turret coverage. What I might actually do... quit these. Let's get this. Let's get 2 levels of that. That actually won't cost us too much. 32k and 64k. If we look at the Nalvis logistics, we have we got 73k of that. We got a whole bunch of that. So that one should be doable. definitely level 12 will be done fairly quickly. That's another 20%. And plus gun turret damage plus 20%. So they're basically, because we're using turrets, we kind of get a double whammy. I think that's how it works. 8 plus... Well, it's 8 plus 64 at the moment. This is 200% damage. And then the gun turret is 200%. Stacks with ammo bonuses. So there's 200 plus 200. And then, as we said, this is 8 plus 16, which is just the ammo bonus. And then this is 8 plus 64. So, yeah. So each level of this will technically get us 40% or something like that. Oh, we actually, even though we reloaded the game, we still got that one. Okay, so we can unpin these guys. Okay. By the time we get out to the edge of the solar system, we should have level 12 done and maybe level 13 done. So I made that little change. We did a little bit of research. We backed up severely on Promethium, but we didn't... here's the thing. We didn't actually get that much Promethium. Which is very annoying. How many belts do I have in storage? Not a lot. I was going to try and belt the Promethium into the hub and store it, but I do not have the belts for that. And we are over a Quillo. Okay. Let's give it another shot. Let's give it another shot. So yeah, it's very interesting because, yeah, we're going to have to just keep traveling out to the edge of the Promethium thing until we get enough Promethium. But I'm a little bit worried about how, because 5k SPM, like, okay, so this ship is doing 1k SPM. So we have to take the round trip, which is going the whole way around, and we have to say, okay, how long is that round trip? And like, so let's say it's 20 minutes or something like that. And so it needs to get 20 minutes worth of Promethium for science, which is quite a bit. So if it needs 1,000 per minute, 20 minutes needs 20,000 science, 20,000 science, which is 50,000 Promethium asteroid chunks. That's huge. That's an incredible amount of Promethium asteroid chunks. I don't think we got anywhere near that many asteroid chunks in that one trip. I don't see the math working for that, honestly. I just don't see it. For that trip we did, 50,000 kilometers, I just don't see it. We're either going to have to make the ship a lot faster. Okay, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. As far as I am aware, there is no ship-to-ship transport. There's just no ship-to-ship transport. Which is a problem. Is a big problem. Because if there was ship-to-ship transport, what I could do is I could put a big old space platform, and then I could just whack it there. I could just whack it there, and I could leave it there, and it'd be this huge platform that doesn't move, and it does all the science on it, and it also acts as a refueling hub for these ships. So basically, these ships would, they'd go out to grab some stuff, and then they'd go back and they'd drop it off. They'd go out, grab some stuff, they'd go back and drop it off. They'd go back out, grab some stuff, they'd go back and drop it off. And then the space platform would do the same. And then you have ships going and taking the biter eggs over to the space platform and dropping them off. Yeah, because Solar System Edge... Yeah. Yeah. It would be very good, but as it stands, I mean, we need to go out and we need to gather the Promethium, and then we need to send it back. What I could do is, I was planning on having this ship go all the way back to Nalvis to pick up the biter eggs. I may do something different. I may have a ship that picks up the biter eggs from Nalvis, sends them over to Aquila, drops them off, and then Aquilo sends the biter eggs up to this ship. So this ship just has to go out to Shattered Planet, get some of the shattered bits, comes back, goes back to Aquilo, either drops off the shattered bits onto the planet, or does something else. Maybe that's what I could do. Honestly, maybe that's what I should be doing. The Shattered Planet ship just takes the things and then brings them back to Aquila and drops them off. And then it goes back out to the Solar System Edge. Because all the ship needs, in terms of supply, is fuel. And it can get that from... So there's no reason it needs to go back to Thingamabob. I think maybe I'm heading in that direction. Cause yeah, like the longer it takes for a single ship to do a round trip, the further out to the Shattered Planet it's going to have to go, and the more crazy all the asteroids are going to get. Which is not great. So I don't want it to have to go out as much as possible, which means I need to either A, need to restrict its round trip time, or B, I need to create more ships. And we're already planning on having this ship be a 1k SPM, which means we need 5 of them. We could make it 10 ships. Okay. Ooh, we just did 13. That was quick. So we go out to, we go to Nalvis and we do the logistics. Okay, we still got 40k. Oh, I keep forgetting about all our productivity. Our productivity goes a long way. So let's do that. Let's get level 14. Yeah, that productivity goes a long way. Okay, we might be able to do that. Because what is it? It's 40 times 80. And then what's 40% of 80 is, it's like 30, it's not 30, it's 32. So it gives us 112. So the 40k we've got in storage gives us 112. Okay, so we're not quite going to get to 13, but we went from 8 plus 64 to 8 plus 84.48. So each bullet does an extra 20 damage. These medium asteroids, where are all the medium asteroids? They get destroyed too quickly, I can't see them. 400. Yeah. So they're 400, so doing an extra 20 damage per bullet, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think I will try and spin this up quite a bit though. Explosive damage seems fairly solid. We did race that up to the point where it's 2 rockets per asteroid. We did that when we did the assault cruiser, so that's already very, very efficient. And I mean, the railguns, they're so overpowered it's not even funny. Like, the huge asteroids are not an issue. Not even close to being an issue. We went way over, and I still don't understand it, because, I mean, the asteroids, the Prometheum asteroids, they're 10k. And all we needed was 1 level of research to get to the point where we can one-shot them. And I got it up to like level 8. And it's like a waste, as far as I can see, to get up that high. Now, having said that, I mean, even if you're dealing with enemies, like, what sort of biter is going to have like 40,000 health? I don't know that any of them ever will. So it's probably a waste for that as well. I'm guessing a railgun just one-kills everything. One-shots everything, even when it comes to biters. I don't know how piercing damage works. Potentially, if you got higher railguns, you got higher piercing damage. I actually got the... I got the thing up here, the wiki. Ammunition. Let's have a look at the ammo. It doesn't say anything about piercing damage. Piercing damage, like, but if it's got 10k damage, then it only goes through the first one and barely damages the second one. But because I got 40k damage, it just pierces through 3 of them in a row. That would be a good reason to get more damage. But I'm not sure if that's the case. I think maybe it just pierces multiples and just wipes them all out. Okay. Ammo's still solid. Oh, it's starting to run out a little bit. Okay, here's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to do it on this one. Alright. We're going to do that. Because I feel like that'll give us just a little... That'll start both sides of the assembler way working at the same time. And so they'll be working more often, and our ammo will back up sooner. How many of these guys do I still have? I'm running very low on belts. I'll see if I can do those for the rockets as well. I really don't think I need to, but we'll see. So that's just over there, and then... So we used 4 extra belts to do that. So I got 1 belt left over. Okay. Alright, well that is actually going to make a huge amount of difference, because we're not going to get anywhere close to running out of ammo this time. Having said that, we didn't die last time because we ran out of ammo. We died last time because we didn't have the turrets. Hopefully we've fixed that problem now. Although this one, I wouldn't be surprised if this one starts running out of ammo, because we're stealing from it to feed this one, but... yeah. I wonder if these are optimized to only shoot when they need to. I suspect they probably are. I mean, they do what? Like 96 damage, and each of these asteroids has 400 health, so I can see all 4 of them shooting at the same time. Plus, they're destroying the small asteroids as well. Which, I don't know how much health the small asteroids actually have. But, because I can't... If we go around to the side... Okay, that's a medium, that's got 400. That's a small, it's got 100. Okay, so small ones have 100. So I can't quite one-shot the small ones, but give me another bit of research and maybe we'll get there. And that'll be very good, because I'm sure when the medium ones pop open, they probably explode 3 small ones, and if each of the small one is taking 2 bullets, it's not just about that turret takes that much longer to kill the small asteroid before I can move on to shooting something else. So getting it to do over 100 damage per bullet will make a very decent change. Because yeah, those turrets will have much more time to shoot other things. It's at 70% at the moment. I'm guessing it's still going full speed, which is nice. Go do a quick jump over to Nowvis. 8.2k. Okay, so we haven't quite run out yet. Control Shift F4. Let's have a look. Oh, I still can't believe how big my ship is. It is just awesomely huge. Having said that, I'm starting to see some little asteroid. Even legendary asteroid collectors are not enough when there's just one of them covering that entire area to capture absolutely everything. I could I don't think you can prioritize them, actually. Oh, it's full. Damn. Well, I got 2 of these guys. I could change them to stack inserters, maybe. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, but I wonder if that means there's a lot of... Yeah, look at all this Promethium chunk up. That's not good. Okay, those inserters are definitely a bottleneck. I need to change them over to stack inserters. 100%. Because there's so many asteroid chunks that just aren't being picked up. And I can filter, but I can't prioritize. And I do need them to be picking up all the different asteroid types. Yeah. Having said that, if we look down at these belts, this belt is already backed up. Look at this, carbon is already backed up. Am I not throwing away carbon? Ah, see these guys, they're not working fast enough. They're not clearing this belt fast enough. Damn. Okay, well. Yeah. Okay, so we got some serious problems with this ship design. I thought we'd just chuck a few legendary asteroid collectors here, but clearly that's not working. We're just not collecting all of the Promethium chunks that we could be. That's a difficult problem, because, I mean, we didn't get to 60k because our turrets were being overwhelmed. And they had ammo, but they were just being overwhelmed. So, taking away some turrets to put some more asteroid collectors... no, we're on the edge of dying already. We may just... Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that what we need to do is... This is not a 1k science per minute ship. This is just a explore a bit out, get some stuff, get some asteroids, or we're starting to reach a new limit. This is where we turned around last time, because we got too scared. It's not happening this time. We're getting close. We're not being overwhelmed, though. Oh, look at this. Okay, that's not good. We're running out of ammo. We're running low on ammo. We still got some backed up, but this is going to be a problem. Okay, I want to get this achievement. I want to get it. I don't think we're going to make it back after we get the achievement. I think our ammo is going to be in critical condition. But we'll get the achievement. And the instant we'll get the achievement, we'll turn around. And we'll see if we can survive the trip back home. I doubt it. Look at this ammo. Look at it. So, yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We get this ship to do a little bit of science. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Turn the hell around. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. That was the top achievement. I don't think there's any more achievements higher than that. We still got some ammo being cached. I think the ammo is going to run out before we get back. We are in serious crap at the moment. We're probably going to end up reloading, but we got the achievement. Actually, we got that ammo as well. So this is over 100. So that's going to help a ton with those small asteroids. Oh, God. That railgun was so close to being destroyed there. So incredibly close. I'm guessing we're running out. Let's just go mining productivity again. Yeah, so I keep getting distracted because... Oh, what's being destroyed? What's being attacked? So we took some damage. Our railgun took a bit of damage. Probably a small asteroid hit it. Oh, it's half health. I don't have any repair packs on this ship. That was probably a bit of an oversight. Repair packs just take... I could probably just make them locally. Maybe I should just make them locally. But yeah, that was probably an oversight, not making... Okay, let's think about what we got a list of things that we need to do. Okay, so here's looking for this ship. Oh, some turrets are running out of ammo. That's not good. We're at 45k. But yeah, some turrets are running out of ammo. I'd really like to get back with this load of Promethium so we could do some science. Just do a little bit of science. Just a little bit. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to make it back. Oh, no. 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 There it goes. The huge oxide asteroid comes in and plows the ship in half. That is brutal. That is absolutely brutal. Okay. How much Promethium did we get? Oh, you know what? That's a decent chunk. That stretches all the way back here. That's a very decent chunk of Promethium. Okay. Alright. I don't know how much exactly that is. If we do, it doesn't tell us what's on the belt. So we look here, we got 16 plus 58. 16 plus 58 plus... Oh, I guess it hit the hub. 16 plus 58 plus, let's say 140. That's about 200 belts. That's 400 on each side. 8 per belt. So it's about 8. It's about 6,400. You know what? I'm going to load my game. So we got 6,400 promethium out of that suicidal venture. So if we go out half that distance and then go back, we would survive. And we'd probably get a similar amount of promethium, maybe a little bit less. So, okay. Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Can we add a fly condition? Okay, so we go out 100, we're traveling at about 172 kilometers per second. Right? 172 kilometers per second. And we want to go out, let's say to be safe, we want to go out to 20,000 kilometers. So 20,000 kilometers divided by 172 is about 116. So we're going to say 120 seconds passed. And then we're going to wait until item count of promethium chunk is 0. Actually, we need to make this crap in space, don't we? So we might as well. All right, we'll create for now. We will create a space station. Or do we want to just? I kind of still want to do the science on this ship. Okay, so I'm gonna do the science on this ship. I'm gonna automate it. We're gonna go out to the shattered planet. We're gonna go for 120 seconds, and then we're gonna go back to Aquilo. We're not gonna. We can go to Nalvise. I think that'll be our plan. All right, let's work out the schedule right now. So, okay. So we go to the shadow planet for 120 seconds, and then we go back. Then we go to Nalvise, and we go and pick up the biter eggs. All right. No. Okay, here. So here's all right. We're going to work out a schedule. I'm going to work out a schedule. So here's what we're going to do. We go to the shadow planet, 120 seconds, see how much promethium we have. And then we're going to go and we're going to wait for a circuit condition, which is blah. Or we'll call it something like Q. We're going to make it so that Q equals 1 or something like that. And basically what we'll do is we'll put all the promethium on a single belt that does whatever it needs to do. It does whatever. And then basically we'll just put a circuit on the belt. And this circuit will basically be read belt contents, hold all belts, and it'll read the total contents of the belt so we know how much promethium we picked up. And then we'll go onto Aquila and we'll say, okay, however much promethium we picked up, give us that much quantum processes divided by 25. And we'll automatically request that amount from Aquila. And then we'll have some sort of circuit condition that will go true when we've got enough quantum processes. Then we go to Nalvise, and we'll basically do exactly the same thing. So we'll have a... basically, once we get to Nalvise, we'll be picking up the biter eggs and will be immediately converting them to science above the planet. So we'll just sit above the planet and we'll just we'll grab some biter eggs, turn them into science, send the science pack straight back down to Navis. And obviously we'll do some refueling as well. Although we can change this. Right now it's fusion fuel space station. If we change it to fusion fuel normal, then shouldn't that request it from Aquilo? I don't want to accidentally mess up. Okay. Let me just double check my NV fusion fuel. Okay. You're fine. I'm a little bit worried because sometimes I change those and it changes those from... Where are you going? Oh, you're going back to the... Don't do that. Please don't do that. You were going on automatic and you were starting to head back out to the Shattered Planet, and I do not want you to do that. Actually, let's go back to Navis because we need some more belts and stuff. Okay. So, all requests satisfied. I think, can we set? Send to platform. Read contents. That's annoying. I don't think we can actually control the requests of the space platform using a circuit network. That's annoying. That's very annoying. That's very, very, very annoying. I mean, it's... Yeah. Okay, let's think this through a bit. Because say we've got... Let's say we got 6,600 promethium. Or whatever. Let's say we got 10,000 promethium. So in that case, we need 400 quantum processors. So how do we tell this guy that we need 400 quantum processors? How do we tell it that we need that much? Okay. Because here we're picking up the quantum processors on Aquilo. So we're not picking up the biter eggs yet. We're just picking up the quantum processors, and we want to get some amount of quantum processors there. So let's say we pick up quantum processors from Aquilo. There's no way we can enter a variable here, is there? A. What happens when I do that? It says it's to 0. Okay. Custom minimum. That doesn't help us. Yeah. You could customize it using the hub, the cargo hub down the bottom. I wonder what this is. Read speed, read damage taken. Okay. Send the contents of the circuit network to the platform. Okay, so I think we can use this. All right. So, no, so... Okay. Here's what we do. Here's what we're going to have to do. And this is a little bit unfortunate, but... Okay. So, the stack size of these is 200. So, We set that to 200. So we'll always have 200 on there. Now, if we need 600, how do we make that happen? Look, let's be honest. Honestly, the best way to do that is to just have some belt spaghetti out here. Just some belts going off into the ether that have the quantum processors on them. Yeah. And then what you would have is you'd have some sort of inserter set up here that's chucking the quantum processors, not the rocket turrets, they're chucking the quantum processors out, and those inserters would be active if the amount of quantum processors on the belt plus the amount of quantum processors on the hub is less than the amount you need. And then what would happen is at some point you basically, if you needed 660 quantum processors, you would put 440 on the belt, and then those inserters would stop. I could code them to do that. So they would stop after they put 440 on the belt. This one would then request 200. You might end up with a bit too many, but you might end up with the correct amount. So that's probably the best way to do it. That gives us the correct amount of quantum processors for the amount of the Prometheum asteroid chunks that we have. Then we go over to Nowvis, and we just get biter eggs. Oh, actually, I don't want biter eggs right now because they're just gonna spoil. But yeah, you basically just get biter eggs, and you just keep getting biter eggs with a number of 100 until the science is done. Basically, yeah, until the Promethean science pack is done, and then you just keep dropping them off at the same time, and you wait there until you've run out of Prometheum asteroid chunks or you run out of quantum processors. Yeah. No, that's good. That's very good. I like that. So that'll be our quote unquote 120 SPM build. I honestly don't know how we're going to do a 5K build, because yeah, there's so many things wrong with that outer area. The amount of Prometheum asteroid chunks we were getting, not as much as I thought. The sheer amount of damage we were taking, even if this ship is an absolute beast. We managed to get up to 60k, we did not get back. So we're going to have to get out to 30k and do round trips like that for safety purposes. But then we're just not going to get that much Prometheum chunks. I really, really would love it if somebody could tell me how you do ship-to-ship transports, because that would solve all my problems. We could just have this ship go out to the solar system and then back, and then out, and then back, and then out, and then back. And we just have a like a stationary platform out here, which acts as a transport hub, which creates all the science or something, and then as it is, I think we're just going to have to do it on Aquilo. But yeah, the thing is, you want to minimize the time that this ship is not going out to the shattered planet and collecting Prometheum, which means theoretically what we should be doing is, what's going to have to do is, okay, so the ship for the 5K, let's talk about the 5K ship. So basically it goes to Aquilo. It gets the fuel. It basically comes back with a load of Prometheum. It gets its fuel, it gets its quantum processors, it gets its biter eggs. They have to be given to it from Aquilo. It gets the biter eggs, pulls it up to the station, gets them all, and then while it's heading back out to the solar system, it's producing the science. And then it goes out, gets more Prometheum, comes back, gets the stuff again, drops off Prometheum science at the same time on Aquilo. So Aquilo is going to have to be the hub. Because we can't have this ship going back to Nauvis or going back to Fulgura. Even this is so painful. I'm actually gonna Google it right now. Factorio space age transfer between platforms. Okay, we got a Reddit thread. Nah, does not look like it. Does not look like it. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna have to get very inventive. This is making Aquilo science look easy, and that's really saying something. The logistics we need. We might just have to make like 10 ships or 20 ships and just take the UPS hit. Okay, let's take a step back. What did we want to improve on this ship? Other than the science that we talked about. So we got two different versions of this ship. We got the 5K, which I'm not going to worry about anytime soon. And we got the 120 SPM, which, as we said, all we got to do is put the Prometheum on a big belt, and then we do our little conditions here. So I'll have that set up, hopefully for the next episode. And then we will be automating Prometheum science. Having said that, we will need to put the quantum processors up in a rocket, which is fine. I think we're producing enough of them at the moment. Just to confirm, does need to be made on a space platform. So yeah. Okay. All right. What else did we say we needed to change anything else for this ship? Okay, a few things. Where is it? This guy is this. All right, so we need some stack inserters here. Just get a lot more throughput on throwing things off. If needed, we might throw. I mean, let's be honest. We really don't need turrets here all that much. We really don't. So what we should do is I don't think we actually need to upgrade these. Let's just put extra belts so we can really chuck those away, because those were backing up last time, which is not good. Okay. What else did we need? Stacks. Okay, we definitely need stack inserters here, because these guys were backed up so much it's not even funny. And I think this is actually a good use for stack inserters, because then we can have just piles of asteroids on here. And yeah, I assume the rest of the build will handle this okay, and it'll be good for maybe the Prometheum to be stacked up on the belts as well, because then we get a lot more of it on the belts. What else did I say I wanted to update? So I think we definitely need more of these legendary collectors. I don't think we need them for the 120 SPM. For the 5K SPM, definitely. But for the 5K SPM, I am going to take all of the damages up to the moon. The rocket, not so much. I don't really need to. I could really go nuts on it and try and get one rocket per big asteroid. But yeah, the physical damage, I want to take it into the freaking stratosphere. I mean, we've got 100 damage per thing at the moment. I could get that to 200, I think. But I want to have all of the relevant sciences up to a certain level. I mean, if we have a look at this one, all we need is yellow, actually. All we need is yellow science, and then we can send this research into the friggin' stratosphere. Absolutely. Oh, I wonder if artillery is worth it. I wonder, because here's the thing, right? Oh, Okay, let's do a little bit of a deep dive. We got time. We've only been doing this video for an hour and 20, so we got a little bit of time. Shooting speed is whatever. Range is going to be huge, so that's whatever. Damage. Let's have a look at the artillery shell damage. 1,000 physical and 1,000 explosive. Area of effect size 4. Okay. Here's an interesting idea, actually. Maybe we should switch over to explosive rockets. Because the thing is, we're getting swamped. We're getting absolutely swamped by everything. And we chose the normal rockets because they're good at taking out the big asteroids. And then we leave the machine guns to clean up the rest. Alright, we'll think that. I'll put the explosive rockets in my back pocket. I'll think about that. By the way, flamethrower ammo, not. The asteroids are going to have huge amounts of resistance. So yeah, no point. Here's what I'm thinking. We get 120 working for now. We get yellow science automated at 5k. We destroy this research. And I think we can probably get bullets up to 200. Maybe 300. If I really push it, maybe 400. And then we can one-shot not only... why are you at 8 plus 64? Did I reload a game? Okay, I reloaded a game, and so I lost all of this research. Okay, let's get that again. I forgot that I mean, our ship was actually destroyed, and I died. So, yeah, we kind of had to reload the game, but... Yeah. Yeah. Maybe... I mean, we got a Megabase. We're producing 5k science per minute. I think we can get this up to 400 damage. Having said that, the big asteroids do have... let me look at Factorio. Asteroid... Is it on the wiki? Does it have the wiki? It's got a bunch of chunks. See also asteroids. Okay, show me all the asteroid statistics, please. Okay, yeah. So the medium, small asteroids have no physical resistance. The medium asteroids have physical resistance of 10%. So 400 times 10 divided by 9 is 444. I think that's how the math works. 444. So if we get these turrets to do 444 damage, then they can one-shot medium asteroids. And then we're so happy. We're just basically laughing into the distance. I don't know if we can ever get that. We'll probably have to go into the millions. But I mean, I went into the millions for the steel. So, alright, let's do a bit more math, okay? Let's do a bit more math. So right now this is 8 plus 64. And remember, these are stacking bonuses. So it's got 200% and then 200%. So right now it's 8. Plus 200% is 16, which gets it to 24. I think the stack 24, and then it's plus another 200%. I don't quite get that because it's 24. Oh, but it ends up as 72. 24 ends up as 72. So that's where the 8 plus 64 comes from. So, if we think about it, let's say we got 400 and... How do we do the maths here? All right, I'm gonna use my big brain here to work this out. So, basically, all right, we say we've got a value which is 8 And then we got a bonus, which is 2. So we equal that one times 1 plus that one. And then this one is equal to I31 times it's screwed me over. I30. I'm doing it in Excel because that's right. Okay, so this does 72. So now we put our projectile damage up 1, and if we have a look, we can see that the bonuses are where are they? They're at 220%. So we change this to 2.2 and we get 81.92, which is exactly what that is. So my formula is correct. So therefore, we put that up to 6, 7, okay, 6.4. So it needs to be 6.6 to get above that thing. Equals J1 times 0.9. Yeah, if we do 6.4, then it does 394 damage. So we need it to be 6.6, which means we need this to be plus 660%. So if we have a look here, we can see 64, 128, 200. Oh, it's doubling every time. Oh, son of a bitch. It's doubling, and each time it gives us 20%. So we are currently doing 256,000. Okay, so what do we currently got? Currently got 220, and we need 6.6, which is a difference of 4.4, which is 4.4 divided by 2 is, so we need, was it 22 more levels? Really? Yeah, 22 more levels. And so the first one is, okay, so what's 2 to the power of 22? 2 to the power of 22 is 4 million, and we have to multiply that by 32,000, which gives us a grand total of only 134 billion science to be able to one-shot a medium asteroid. So, nuts to that. We are not doing that. We are not doing 134 billion science. Okay, let's step back a bit. So let's step back a bit. 4.2, 4. Okay, so we get it to 4.4. 440,000, and then we can two-shot a medium asteroid. Okay, 4.4. That seems like it's much easier. It will still be in the millions, but it's much more believable. So we're at 2.2. We need 4.4, which is a difference of 2.2, which is 11 levels. 11 levels, and 2 to the power of 11 equals 352,000 multiplied by 64,000. Okay, so we're looking at about 22 million, which is doable. That'll probably take us like a good day of research. I mean, 22 million divided by, oh, it's not showing up. Divided by 5,000 is, wait a sec. What did I do wrong? It's saying millions. That's not good. I thought it was 22 million. Wait, 2 to the power of 11. Did I mess up my 2 to the power of 11? I think I did. Yeah, I definitely messed it up. I got something weird. Okay, so 2048 times 64,000. Okay, I had 22 billion, which I thought it was million, but it was actually billion because I didn't read it right. Okay, so it's actually 131 million, which if we divide it by 5,000 is 26,000, divided by 7 hours, 8 hours. Okay. So that's our marker. That's our target. We want it at plus 440,000 for both the gun turrets and the bullet damage. Shooting speed, I don't think we can improve anymore. But yeah, so that'll give us 1 bullet per 2 bullets per medium asteroid, as opposed to what it is right now, which is 5. And we did get it to about 4 before, but getting it to 2 is going to be impressive. And then in our back pocket, we have explosive ammo. Having said that, if you use explosive ammo to destroy a big asteroid, what does that mean for the smaller asteroids? Do the smaller asteroids instantly get destroyed? Or do they need to be destroyed separately? What we might want to do is have like half of these, like maybe this one, targets medium and small, and it shoots explosive rockets, and then that helps out the turrets. Yeah, because that's a big range, and that's an even bigger range. So we could destroy the big ones, and then we could instantly blow them up with some explosive rockets. But we'd still want some single target rockets for the big asteroids. So that's going to complicate our supply lines. But we do have space in the middle to do something like that if we wanted to. But I think the 2 shots per medium asteroid is going to be the way to go. So 440%, which is whatever level it is. I'm really not sure, but it's a decent one. Oh, by the way, in case you didn't notice, mining productivity over level 200. We're up to level 225, so we are. I mean, I could go to these. I'd go to this mining drill, and the production bar is just every single time this green bar goes down, this purple bar is hitting it like 23 times, 22 and a half times. It's absolutely insane, and you can see how fast it's coming out, and that's fully stacked iron. That is fully stacked iron coming out that fast. So these guys are absolutely insane. And I think I'll just keep going with it, to be honest. Because even when we get yellow science done, I'm not sure what else I would really want to just send to the moon. What other science? We already discussed physical bullet damage, and I mean, we're not going to send that to the moon because it doubles every time, so you can't really send that one to the moon. Mining productivity is, I think, one of the only researchers that does not have a multiplicative incrementer. It's got a linear incrementer. It goes up by 10,000 every single research. It goes up to 1,000 every single research, which actually makes it viable to do forever. But the ones with multiplicative upgrades, they don't. I'm assuming this one, okay. That one is multiplicative as well. It's not a huge amount of multiplicative. That's like one of those square root things. So yeah, 12, it's like 20%. 20, I can't do the math anymore. That feels like 20% though. What's 20% of is 260? That feels like 20%. Okay. That's actually pretty favorable because I feel like some of the other ones, that feels like half or 50% or something. So some of them are huge. Yeah, some of them are a bit better. That one's still 1.5. So this one is actually pretty sweet. Only 20% is very nice. So we'll definitely start hitting this one up once we get that 120 SPM on the Prometheum science done. But yeah, I think more than anything, yellow science I gotta get done. I just gotta get it done and get it done. And then we will have everything we need to push this at full speed pretty much forever, or until we decide to stop. Which won't be too long, but yeah. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. This is a very exciting episode, and we got to see the edge of the Shattered Planet. We got some achievements, some very sweet achievements, because we went out really, really far. And thank God you can get the achievement without needing to survive. You just get the achievement. Where is the damn thing? Here we go. Travel 60,000 towards the Shattered Planet. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to try and go any further than that. Maybe once I get the bullets going through the roof, it'll be fine, but yeah. I don't know. We'll see how many of these we get. Actually, I don't know how to finish this game. I don't know how the game... I thought maybe when I get it to the Shattered Planet it would finish, but I have a feeling that maybe we just research. We produce Prometheum science, or we research something with Prometheum science, is probably the way that it's going to go. So anyway, let's drop down to the planet. Well, I got to do some work on Aquila, but we'll end the video now, and we'll end it with one more look at the beast, the Deep Space Mother. That is, I love that name. I'm keeping that name. And yeah, it's a thing of beauty. It is an absolute thing of beauty right there. And it's going to be even better when it's actually productive and not just sitting there and looking cool. So, we are done for today, and we're going to be either automating Prometheum science next, which I think I'd probably like to automate Prometheum science first, because I don't have too much to do. All we have to do is build some buildings, put some belts down, automate the quantum processors, sending up, doing some circuit logic. It's not too bad. And then after that, yellow science. We'll just do it. We'll get it out of the way. We've got space science at 5K already. So, in case you missed it, this guy produces 2,500 science per minute. It requires surprisingly little. The main bottleneck is the asteroids, but they're backing up enough. And it does, yeah, 2.6K per minute. And it's very, very stable. So, yeah, it is completely awesome. I love this. I love how simple the space science build is. I suppose the main complication is that you have to build it in space, but yeah. We did go a little bit overboard on the power, though. It's using more than 100 megawatts, which is why I wanted the full power thing, but we went a little bit overboard. I couldn't be bothered putting 2 fusion reactors in here, so I just put the whole lot. But, alright, there we go. I think I'm done. I think I'm going to stop talking. I've been talking for way too long, but we made some plans. We saw some awesome sights. And is this the biggest ship you've ever seen? I wouldn't be surprised if there are others, but this is the first ship I've ever built where we literally reached the edge of the build space and we are not allowed to build anymore. And we just got fully overwhelmed. I can't believe we got overwhelmed. And we need to rebuild these turrets because I reloaded the game. But then again, we're not going out to 50,000 Ks anymore, so we probably don't need to. And once we get the research, we'll be good. All right, I am going to end it there. Take a look at this beautiful ship once more. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you guys later.